Hello, welcome back to Cray Outdoors. I've been doing a lot of steelhead fishing lately. It's been a while since I've gone after walleye. We got about 3 hours before dark, so my plan is to kind of spend an hour at each spot. We'll end up where I'm pretty confident we're gonna get into stuff on the Allegheny River for the last hour, but there's also a decent chance that, you know, we'll catch something before then. We're starting off here on the bad side of town. Definitely not gonna spend more than an hour here. We wanna get out of here well before dark. This area, it's gotten very bad down here, and I've got a $300 camera on my head, and I don't want to get robbed. So we're probably gonna leave this spot sooner than later. That said, the river looks really good here. Crystal clear. It's at about the perfect level, not too high, not too low. This looks really good. There's also a lot of pike and muskie in the river systems that we're fishing today. All these spots have pike and muskie, in addition to walleye, which is today's primary target. So we'll see what we can catch. My fish senses are tingling hardcore. Just haven't got a fish yet. Someone might have been here this morning. That said, I don't know, this area's gotten so bad. There's not a lot of serious fishermen that still fish this spot. Used to have a lot of serious fishermen. Guys would fish this spot all the way from Ohio, but I don't know, now that there's a pretty good chance of getting robbed. High crime rates are, you know, they can, hindrance and help. What have we got here? This is a pike, I think. That's a little pike. Little pike. All right, first something of the day. We're no longer skunks. Whew. Grab my forceps here. Actually, I think I'll get my better ribsies. I'll settle down. I knew I was going to get something here eventually. It's just a matter of time. Just looked too good. I watched him open his mouth right up too. Look, he's got me tangled on some garbage. It's funny. All right. Top hook's got him. All right, not a walleye, but it's not nighttime yet. So right now we're still into the diurnal species. And there he goes. I didn't really get a good picture of him, but that's okay. He's hanging out right underneath that log. Alrighty, well, that was a start. Another one. Is this one a muskie? It's a muskie! Oh, that's cool. That's my first muskie in quite a while, actually. Alright, well, we better keep him in the water. Technically, we're not on the res yet. We're still in, wahoo! We're still in, New York State land, so, he's technically out of season. That's cool. Little guy. Little guy. Wahoo! See if I can get a quick story release of him. There's a photo, and then, all right, go on, little baby lunge. I also got a pike that was actually bigger than you. Cool. Alrighty, well, that was my first muskie in a couple years, so I think I got that hit on film too. I wasn't sure if I was filming or not, so kind of turned the camera off and turned it back on again to make sure. That was cool. Baby lunge. Good to see the young ones in here. That means that there's, you know, it's going to grow into a big one someday, hopefully. Usually when I catch them down here, I catch big ones, actually, if you're going to catch a muskie. So it's cool that we caught a little one. That I'm almost, I mean, it'd be cool to catch a big one, but I'm almost happier, you know, seeing that there's, seeing that they're reproducing in here. So anyway, all right, well, we'll keep fishing. I wonder if I got that one. I watched him. He was following it. I thought it was another pike. He was following it all the way in, and he hit right about there. All right, just missed my first walleye on that cast. They're following it in today, man. That fish He followed it in and bit in the exact same spot as that pike and the muskie, except for 100% it was a walleye. I saw the white tail. Ooh, that was definitely a bite. A little. Alright, I'm gonna make this my last cast. We definitely missed a couple on this here jig. We're definitely in here. Missed one that I saw follow it in and watched him bite and just set the hook, and he must just have had the tail or something, ripped it out of his mouth. And then I did miss one bite out there in the center. Gave me a good tug and I missed him. I was jigging it at that point, so that's kind of what I'm doing here on my last cast. And we're gonna move on. The next spot, if we're nailing walleye there, we'll just stay. This spot, you know, if it was the olden days, I'd stay here, but just too dangerous here nowadays. Alrighty, spot number 2. So from here going forward, if we really get into fish, especially walleye, we might just stay and try for our limit. Well, skunked at spot number 2. But once again, it could turn on here once we get into walleye hour. We're not to walleye hour yet. I really thought that we'd pull out another pike or muskie out of this spot. Most likely a pike. I mean, they say you catch 1 muskie for every 17 pike. And we caught a muskie today. I've probably caught about 17 pike since my last muskie. So probably aren't gonna catch another muskie again for a while. At least not targeting pike and walleye. It's time to move on. I think we're gonna hit prime time closer to my parents' house on the Allegheny River, where I'm pretty confident that we'll get a nice walleye meal. Heading to the final stop of the day. Looks awesome down here. We're just past the start of walleye hour. This trail, of course, sucks. But the river looks good. It's the important part. Let's take a peek at the river. Wow, it looks beautiful. It's a little bit high, actually. We're gonna have to really whip it out there. You can see there's a little island thing there is usually what I like to stand on, and that's underwater. Think we'll still get them. Just gonna have to really whip our baits out there today, but that's okay. Just got 1 rod here. It's too difficult going down this trail with 2. You gotta grab stuff with 1 hand to slow yourself down. All right, let's see what the Allegheny River produces. I want at least 1 walleye so I can get the trifecta. Obviously, if we can get a Seneca limit, that would be even more ideal. So, see how we do. Looks beautiful here. Didn't realize I wasn't filming, but we did miss a couple of bites. I might need to switch to a smaller bait. You can see this one's having a hard time exposing enough of the hook on this one, I think. But we just missed 2 really good bites in a row. So they're here. They're definitely here. Just a matter of hooking one now. That's a fish. No, I missed him again. Dang it. I cannot keep these things hooked. Dang. I think I need to put on I have a smaller bait. I think I'm going to have to put on a smaller bait. This one, and the problem is this Kitech I've got on there is so beat up at this point. Ooh, look at that. Is that good? It's doable. Huh. I think that's fixable. Well, that's interesting. All right, anyway, we've missed 3 bites down here now. Come on, trifecta. 1 walleye is all I ask. Finally. Freaking finally. Guess I had to turn the camera off. Please be a walleye. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's go, trifecta. It's a walleye. I don't know if he's going to keep, actually. He's a little bit on the small side. I mean, they're making their spawning runs, so should be a keeper. Ooh, I don't think he's going to keep. I don't think he's going to keep. He might keep. He might keep. Alrighty. Trifecta, baby. Trifecta. Success. It took forever. I missed 6 walleye today. I missed 6 to catch 1. But that's cool. It's been a very long time since I've had the trifecta. A pike, a muskie, and a walleye. Whoop, look at that. Came off super easy too. I'm gonna give him a quick measury. We're on the res. I want to take advantage of, you know, my $60 Seneca license. Gotta get that $60 worth of walleye meat. He's pushing it. No, he's 15. Pushing it a little bit, but how many more are we gonna catch today? I think we'll let this one go. He's on the freaking dot. There's no sense if it's been slow, so if that's gonna be the only one that I keep, it's not really worth it. I'm gonna get a story release though. Alrighty. He was on the dot, so okay. Well, we'll keep fishing. We missed 6 walleye to catch 1, but we got the trifecta, so I'm happy. Well, we're calling it quits. Could have been an excellent day, man. We could have had a New York walleye limit. We missed 6 or so walleye. I think we missed 1 or 2 at the first spot, and then like 4 or 5 down here at this spot on the Allegheny. So the walleye are here. We're just having a hard time hooking them today. Probably went through $20 worth of fishing tackle down here as well, but you know what? That's the nature of the game. I would have kept that 1 walleye if I was on my way to a limit, but you know, it was borderline. It was definitely 15, but for just 1 fish, it wasn't worth it. So we let him go. For the middle of February, I think it was actually a pretty good day. It's always fun to get the trifecta. It's been a couple years since I've done that. Don't catch muskie very often, so it was cool to hook into that. Tomorrow, I am going to be meeting up with my friend Shane. We're heading out to the next county over. He's got some secret smallmouth spots where he says it's possible to load up on fighter smallmouth in the middle of winter. So that'll be really cool to get on some smallmouth in February. So stay tuned for that video, and we'll catch you in the next adventure.